Dallas Cowboys fans, let's rejoice. After what has been one of the most difficult to watch seasons as a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I'm speaking to you as a Dallas Cowboy fan, not necessarily the guy that brings you NFL news, we've had one tiny glimmer of hope, and that is for us to retain the services of Dak Prescott, who, in my opinion, in my 20 years of being an NFL fan, is probably one of the most competent QBs we've had over the past 2 decades. No offense to Tony Romo. Dak Prescott appeared to be a little bit more poised in the pocket and seemed to be a little bit more versatile with his ability to make plays with his feet, in addition to more likely than not making the right decision down the field. I made a video about a year ago about whether or not it would be worth the Dallas Cowboys re-signing Dak Prescott. And lo and behold, we got some breaking news today. Before we get to the content, I want to let you guys know I'm giving away a signed football autograph of any football player of your choice to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. All you have to do is like, subscribe, turn on our notifications, and comment down below which player that you would want the signed football of, and then I'll just buy it and send it straight to your address if you have one. Now that we got all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Guys, the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott have been in a disgusting stalemate in terms of what his value is as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback moving forward. You see, on one hand, the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of very, in my opinion, not the greatest contracts. You know, they have Amari Cooper that they signed to a 4-year, $100 million deal just last year. They have Ezekiel Elliott, who is the highest paid running back in the entire NFL, who seemed to have regressed the moment that he signed that contract, unfortunately. Hopefully he's able to get it back this year. And that's before we get to their offensive line, which is an extremely potent yet very expensive offensive line that features the likes of Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and the newly signed to an extension, La'el Collins. As a matter of fact, when you just look at the Dallas Cowboys cap situation, it is pretty freaking ugly, and that's before we even talk about their highest paid player, which is DeMarcus Lawrence, who is currently getting paid $17 million this year, but obviously has an $8 million bonus. His cap number is a nasty $25 million. All of that, and the fact that originally Dak Prescott wanted to be paid in the $40 millions last year, now he apparently wanted to be paid as the second highest paid NFL player behind Patrick Mahomes, that's a quarterback, and things just get extremely sticky because originally the Cowboys franchise tagged Dak in order to get some empirical data that they should pay Dak Prescott what he's asking, despite him already having remarkable advanced statistics and basic statistics to go along with it, as you see in front of your screen. Dak, throughout his entire career as a member of the Dallas Cowboys, has thrown for 17,634 yards, has completed 66% of his passes for 106 touchdowns to 40 interceptions. Now look, I try to give you guys very fair and honest analysis, so there's a reason why the Dallas Cowboys weren't 100% sure on whether they wanted to re-sign Dak Prescott or not. The first reason was the fact that his stats could be a little deceiving. There's been a lot of times in his last full healthy season where Dak struggled in the opening 2 quarters or 3 quarters of an NFL game, and then in the final quarter, when NFL teams were starting to give up the pass a little bit more, Dak Prescott was able to pad his statistics a bit more, which resulted in him having a nice stat line, but the Dallas Cowboys still losing. Now, Cowboys fans, myself included, tend to blame that on conservative play calling more than on Dak Prescott himself. But in addition to that, on 7 of Dak Prescott's touchdowns in his last full healthy season, his wide receiver gained at least 20 yards after the catch. No other quarterback had more than 6. On top of that, Dak Prescott's interception numbers in his last full healthy season may be a little deceiving because he had 16 interceptions dropped last season. Now, that is the bad. Here's the good. Over the past 2 seasons, Dak Prescott has 48 throws of 30-plus yard gains, and during that same exact time, obviously not counting the Aaron Rodgers MVP season, but the 2 years prior, he was tied for second most with Aaron Rodgers. He has a remarkable knack for throwing the deep ball. He has the 4th most pass touchdowns in the pocket and the 4th most pass yards on throws of 20-plus yards during that time span as well. He's also the 4th most accurate quarterback in NFL history. And although he has a lot of interceptable passes, during that time, he still did better than Patrick Mahomes and Sam Darnold. That's before we get to my absolute favorite statistic in probably this entire video involving Dak Prescott's last full season as a member of the Dallas Cowboys. He had the most dropped passes in the NFL with 51. So the problem was, should the Cowboys commit to Dak Prescott for the near future, or should they pursue another means of finding a quarterback? Well, according to Ian Rappaport, the Dallas Cowboys and franchise quarterback Dak Prescott have agreed to a deal. Now, the intricacies of this deal were initially supposed to come out on Wednesday. But come on, man. You think Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter are going to wait until Wednesday to get you this info? Do you think I'm going to wait or go to sleep before I could get you all of this information? I've been waiting on this video for literally 2 years. So Dak Prescott, on top of this, and this is what's a little bit terrifying, Dak Prescott gets a no-trade clause and gets $126 million guaranteed in his contract. So the full terms on the Dak Prescott contract are 4 years, $160 million, up to $164 million. He gets a no trade clause and no tag provision. The guarantee is $126 million, which is absolutely massive. No, it's not Patrick Mahomes money, but obviously Dak Prescott shouldn't get Patrick Mahomes money. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott have danced for 2 years, and on the eve of the tag deadline, they get a long-term contract done. He avoids the 5-year deal he didn't want, and Dallas locks in their guy. As a Cowboys fan, I must admit, I'm very happy with the deal because I've seen a lot of incompetent QB play throughout my 2 decades. Yes, Romo had his good moments, he had his bad moments. I'm not specifically talking about Tony Romo. I'm more talking about players like Quincy Carter, Chad Hutchinson, the past his prime Drew Bledsoe, a 40-year-old quarterback by the name of Vinny Testaverde, and this is all off of the top of my head. And before I get to the quarterback play I had to see this past year, including a QB by the name of Ben DiNucci, Andy Dalton, and just a horrible season in general. When your football team sucks and there's no reason to watch them, well, football season is a little bit more darker. So at least Cowboys fans could live in the delusion that we have a good team now, and at least we could get behind Dak Prescott and hopefully root for him to succeed in the future. So Dak Prescott essentially gets what he wants. He gets paid as the 2nd highest paid quarterback in the entire NFL, right behind Patrick Mahomes, for an average of $42 million a year. The next best is Deshaun Watson at $39 million per year, and then Russell Wilson and Jared Goff. If the Cowboys have gotten this done sooner, then you potentially could have seen Dak Prescott getting paid $32 or $33 million a year, but unfortunately the Cowboys decided to franchise tag him and stall this along a little bit longer, and as a result, he's getting paid the 2nd most by a quarterback in the entire NFL, which I'm sure the contract's going to look really good down the line, but for now, as a Cowboy fan, I must admit, I'm very happy that we held on to Dak Prescott, because Lord knows what kind of chaos the Jones family could unleash upon the Cowboys at the QB position, and I'm glad that we have some stability at that position. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this deal. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.